Friends, today topic is hormone and its classification. Well, as we know, the survival of multicellular organism depends on their ability to adapt to a constantly changing environment. And cellular communication mechanisms are necessary requirements for this adaptation. So in our body, the nervous system and endocrine system plays an important role to bring this communication. And the product of endocrine system is hormone, okay, of which the introductory and classification portion is here we are going to discuss in detail. So hormone, what it means in Greek word, hormone means to excite, to move on, to arouse, or that means something happening. So, hormone is defined as a chemical messenger produced by an endocrine part of our body, carried into the circulation, and function at one or more specific sites, and finally destroyed mainly in liver and body tissue. Okay, so the hormone perform different key processes in our body. For example, they are involved in regulation of metabolism, immune system, sexual reproduction, growth, homeostasis of the body, and many more. And in plant, the hormone are known as phytohormone. In our body, hormones are secreted from endocrine gland, and these are some endocrine glands which are responsible for production of hormone in our body. But along with them, there are many other parts in our body which have got endocrine function, such as stomach, liver, kidney, and many others. They also produce hormone in our body. Now let's talk about types of the hormone. Hormone can be classified in two categories. First, on the basis of chemical nature, and second, on the basis of mode of action or mechanism of action. Let's discuss them one by one. Based on chemical nature means what are they made up of? Based on chemical nature, hormones are classified as steroid hormone, amino acid derivative, and I have put here peptide, polypeptide, protein, and glycoprotein in same group. Coming to the steroid hormone, they are derived from cholesterol, or we can say they have steroid nucleus in their structure. Example: glucocorticoid, mineralocorticoid, sex hormone such as testosterone, estrogen, all they are made up of cholesterol. The second is amino acid derivatives. Here epinephrine, norepinephrine, T3, T4, they all are derived from amino acid known as tyrosine. So they are amino acid derivative. Okay. Finally, peptide or protein hormones. In this group, we can have peptide hormone such as TRH, made up of three amino acids. This is tripeptide, ACTH is polypeptide, insulin is protein hormone, and TSH is glycoprotein. As we can see here in structure, these are the hormone which are derived from cholesterol, or these are steroid derivatives. And these are the hormone which are derived from amino acid known as tyrosine, so they are amino acid derivatives. And this TRH is peptide hormone, 3 amino acid is here, this is tripeptide hormone, and this ACTH is polypeptide hormone made up of 39 amino acid. Similarly, this insulin is protein hormone made up of 2 polypeptide chain, and these TSH, FSH, and LH are glycoprotein having sugar residue in them. Now the second category of classification is based on mode of action. The mode of action depends upon the location or site of the receptor. Okay, if the receptor is present inside the cell, it is called group first hormone, and inside the cell means either in the cytoplasm or in nucleus. And if receptor is present on the surface of the cell, then they are known as group first hormone. Since group first and group second hormone function differently, here is the roadmap how they work. Look at group first hormone. When group first hormone binds to the receptor, they form hormone receptor complex, which by the mediation of this HRE, hormone responsive element, finally have effect on DNA level. Whereas in group second hormone, they bind to the receptor on cell surface and mediates their action through secondary messenger. These secondary messengers inside the cell to have a final effect. Let's elaborate this group first hormone. These are the example of group first hormone that binds to the intracellular receptors. And later I will show you the action of this T3 in detail. Also, group first hormone have their specific responsive element inside the cell, which are called hormone responsive element. Example, glucocorticoid, GRE is there, glucocorticoid responsive element. For thyroid, TRE is there, thyroid responsive element. Similarly, all hormone have their own responsive element in the nucleus to mediate the activity. Now, to become crystal clear, I have taken an example of T3 here from group first hormone, how it functions. So this figure is showing mode of action of hormone T3. First here, T3 from blood enters in the cell by the help of thyroid receptor. This thyroid receptor is present in cell membrane, also in nuclear membrane. Okay, the thyroid receptor for T3 is present here inside the nucleus in dimeric form. It makes dimer with RXR, retinoid X receptor. So TR, thyroid receptor, and retinoid X receptor makes dimer here inside the nucleus, and they are associated with TRE, thyroid responsive element. So when T3 comes and binds to this TR, thyroid receptor, DNA become activated by the mediation of this TRE, thyroid responsive element, and transcription happens to produce mRNA, which is responsible for the effect. In this way, group first hormone come inside the cell, binds to the receptor, and cellular effect happens. Now let's move through group second hormone also. These are the hormone which bind to the cell surface receptor and mediates their action through secondary messenger. And here this is the list of hormones having cyclic AMP as a secondary messenger. Later I will talk about this TSH in detail. Here atrial natriuretic factor and nitric oxide have cyclic GMP as a secondary messenger. Similarly, calcium and phosphatidylinositol are also secondary messengers for number of hormone. Finally, kinase and phosphatase is a secondary messengers for many important hormones including insulin, growth hormone. So, here is an example of group second hormone and its mode of action. TSH is group second hormone. It has got receptor here at the surface of follicular cell. Okay, this is TSH receptor. It is present here at basolateral membrane of this follicular cell. This is apical membrane and this is colloid region. Okay, so TSH from circulation comes and binds to this TSH receptor and mediates its activity through secondary messenger cyclic AMP, this CAMP. Okay, which then activates the TPO, this thyroperoxidase, and transport iodine, this iodine to this colloid region and promote thyroid hormone synthesis within this thyroglobulin, TG, thyroglobulin protein in this colloid region. Okay, thyroglobulin with this T3 and T4 get endocytosed and degraded by proteolysis, and finally this T3 and T4 get released into the circulation. In this way, group second hormone binds to the cell surface receptor and mediates their activity through secondary messenger. This is the table comparing the features of group first and group second hormone. So you can note it down from this table, some of the important features. And these are the some solved MCQ related to this topic. First hormone to be discovered, secretin, hormone from stomach, both somatostatin and ghrelin. Tyrosine derived hormone is epinephrine, hormone which is glycoprotein in nature, TSH. Group first hormone are both calcitriol and TIFO. CGMP as a secondary messenger is for nitric oxide. Group first hormone needs transport protein, so C is correct one. This much for today. Thank you for watching.